waiting, sound synthesized like liquids combinating. Drop them flavors, shake them up. Grab your mods, it's time to fill up. Inhale the beats, exhale the groove. Take you. Flavors shaking, fusions in the air. The mics are hot, excitement's jumping. Everybody's waiting till the fruits are stumping. Juices are swelling, secrets unfurling. Come on and mix it up, let the rhythm take you. Drop them flavors, shake them up. Grab your mods, it's time to fill up. Inhale the beat.
Let's get ready for the UK liquid mixing show. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Ready? Let's go. In a world of vape, where flavors collide, we gather round with mixtures we can't hide. YouTube's our stage, where the magic unfolds. Welcome to the show, where the flavors behold. Mixing and vaping are in for a ride. The clouds we create, we can't deny. From strawberry delight to a caramel dream.
Welcome to the UK Liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night and it's time to talk a little bit of mixing and tings. So apparently SpongeBob SquarePants has round pants. That's what I've just found out. So Cassie says.
Oh, you want to
It's
make
news
kids
to- it's
mad?
news
You
to all
just
of
tell
us.
them that he has round pants. They will fight you.
Apparently he's got round pants. So he's SpongeBob round pants. Don't really rhyme, really, does it? Do you know what I mean?
This all
Anyway.
came from imagination, and it's like, Benny, you've never seen SpongeBob?
Is that the same as when Darth Vader enters the bridge of the Enterprise?
Yes.
The fucking total lost me here.
While fishing for salmon on Coruscant. Yeah.
So if you are in chat, have a look at the top and see if you're in Twat Chat. If you're in Twat Chat, swap it over to live chat and you'll keep up with everything we are doing. So you got on tonight, you got myself, Benny Vapes. We've got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. We've got our own mixing maestro, which is Tim Advocate for Liberty. And we've got the green goddess of mixing, which is Lady Liberty. Thank you. So we pop chat out so we can see what's going on, and then I can bring all your beautiful faces up. There we go, live chat.
I don't know as if it's an AI girlfriend that's holding Graham hostage there. I think it's more likely that it's Hanky.
I think it's more likely that Graham's holding the AI girlfriend hostage. Just saying.
The thing is, right, he did say to us last week, I might be back next week, or it may be a week after, and I said, it's all right, mate, we don't fucking need you.
Yeah, now that's in his head. Good job, Benny. Yeah, good job.
He knows I'm only joking with him. Oh, dear. Yeah, so we don't know. Graham's still, he's messing around with it. He's balls deep in AI, he's Graham.
Well, yeah, he's got an AI girlfriend.
He's got an AI house. Especially, but when he puts on his pants, they become square pants, just like Bruce Lee said, when you pour water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Yes, that's it. He wears round pants, but then it becomes square pants. It could be they're doing the wild thing. It could be, I don't know. He doesn't. Whatever he gets up to with his AI girlfriend, he's nothing to do with me.
So if he accidentally craps his pants, takes a deuce, is it deuces squared?
Yes.
Yeah, now he's lost me, Benny.
And that's also why
I
he wears the brown pants.
Oh, now that makes sense. Yeah.
I just thought because he lived under fucking sea myself, but do you know what I mean?
But in
Anyway.
a pineapple.
He lives in a
The
pineapple
snail.
under the sea. How the fuck did the pineapple get under the sea? And why is it not rotting?
That's the key part that I have a problem with. Why is it not rotten? Why is it not floating? What's
Yeah.
wrong with this thing?
But, do you know what I mean? How's it tied
Have you
down
never
there?
seen the little pineapple houses that they have for your aquarium? It's the same concept. It's all good.
Yeah, but who made his little house? And is it a little house? How big is it? Is it 2 stories or just one? Is it a bungalow?
The godfish made his house.
Is he actually under the sea or is he in an aquarium?
Yeah, he's in an aquarium, yeah.
Wait a minute. Is it the fairy codfish or godfish? Not sure. I know this.
Because,
This is important.
because the
think
beginning
it's
of it, you have a pirate in a ship. What's that got to do with it?
All right. We're going to take you way, way back to Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. You watch that movie, and then you ask me why SpongeBob doesn't make any sense, because it makes a lot more sense than the fish scene in that. I actually just watched that the other day.
So you have to use your imagination.
exactly,
Benny.
exactly. Exactly, Sam. Imagination. And I did that before the show, and that's how this all started.
Exactly.
I didn't
Shit
say
square
anything.
bricks. That's
I said
it.
nothing. I just did this,
Shit
and
out.
Liam's like laughing because he knew what I meant.
Does he shit house bricks when he shits? Is that what his pineapple's
Yeah,
made out of?
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
I mean, all his shits are deuces squared.
I'm with Turtle. Benny does need to make a video on the cinematic universe of SpongeBob.
yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I don't get it. I don't get
You
it.
could do
Why-
like an
why is
hour-long episode just for
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
And why is a cat under the sea? That's what I want to fucking know.
No,
as well.
it's a squirrel.
it's a
I just
squirrel.
want a squirrel, whichever it is. A squirrel is it? With a fucking.
She explains it.
spacesuit on.
When they meet her, she talks them through it on why she's there.
Yeah, but where does she have an infinite number of air? How long
She
does that take?
lives-
She has
In a
plants
dome
underwater.
with-
She's in a
Yes.
dome with plants underwater.
Yeah. So she lives in a bowl, and she goes out with a mask on. Who refills her air for her?
She refills it using the oxygen that comes from the tree in the dome. She always has oxygen circulating.
There's a whole show about
she's
that when the
fine.
tree loses
but
its
how-
leaves and she starts
But
losing
how-
oxygen.
Oh, by the way, she is actually a flying squirrel that lives under the sea.
But how's
Yeah.
a tree get under fucking sea in a bowl?
You've got to use your imagination.
If we go to Mars, do you think we're just going to go there with a fishbowl, or are you going to actually build
Well,
something and
apparently
bring
you can
something
go
with
under
you? I
fucking
mean,
sea with a fishbowl. Apparently. See, this is
On
why
today's
the world's
episode of
fucked.
Benny, we're just going to go into the deep dive world of
you see
SpongeBob.
how we came up?
I'm-
See these mods? These are way too advanced for Benny from now on.
This is just blowing my mind.
Yeah,
No wonder
I'm-
the world's fucked. No
I'm
wonder
just
you
gonna-
think everything's free.
I was just going to ask, during that little intro segment, how many viewers have we lost?
Probably a lot. Anyway, getting back to it, what we'll do is we'll get Liam to say hello in chat.
Hello in chat. Back over to you, Benny. I try every week, right? In chat this week, we got JVJ, Brian Ferguson, Steve Dolson, John McClintock, Neil Pitts, Space Turtle,
Hello.
Stephen Devrissier,
No, it's from
or
Wales. Just say
Devrissier.
how you say it in Wales.
Hey up, buddy. See, I can't even do it that good a Welsh accent. And I live in Wales. I am Welsh.
I don't think you fucking are, really.
I just
think
can't
you're
do
a
it.
liar.
I just can't do a Valley's accent at all. Right, we got Sam M. We also have Rocky Tooney, Martin Saunders. And I'm sure there's somebody on here that I missed. I just saw it pop up. Somebody new. I don't know. Maybe Steve Dolson. No, I already said Steve Dolson. And I believe that is everybody in chat.
Welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. Bigger question is, what's the secret recipe of Krabby's Patties? Is it fish food?
It's a secret. You see, that's the whole
Guys,
point. If we tell you, then it's no longer a secret recipe.
Is it like McDonald's or KFC?
Oh, I know the secrets of McDonald's. I could tell you.
What's in
Then I'd
McDonald's
have
sauce?
to tell you.
So what's in the sauce? That's what I want to know. What's in the Big Mac sauce?
If I tell you, I'd have to kill you.
Benny's like, you getting frustrated.
Just fucking kill me. Kill me now, please. Please. Anyway,
Okay,
before we
Thousand Island dressing.
before we go any further, there will not be a show for 2 weeks. I'm not available next Wednesday. Liam's not available next Wednesday. We haven't had time off for a while, so we're going to have a 2-week break. So there's no show next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. Just a little bit of a holiday because we haven't had 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays consecutive. So we're just going to have a little sabbatical for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back ready to go again. So that's just while everybody's in, so you all know. No show next week, and no show the week after. So there you go. Right, what we'll do, see what everybody's vaping on. Yeah, got to do a flashlight test, yeah. So for that, Tim, what are you vaping on?
Just a fog kit with the
Birdie,
vent on
you
top.
big, beautiful birdie bastard.
Hey, birdie. And I got that pineapple sour gummy that I made in it. And and I still got a little bit of that plum mix of Cassie's in the Nevermore Undergrass. I've been hitting that occasionally here. And everything else needs rewick. So, yeah, I'll pass it to Liam.
Okay, so I'm on the Hadron Pro 250C with the Steam Crave Aromizer V2 on top, and I've got slightly different mix. I thought I found...
Liam, say hello to Cloud Chucker, you forgot him.
Oh, hey, Cloud Chucker.
And Birdie.
Hey, Birdie.
Yeah, can do, mate. Can do, mate. Cloud Chucker, bring it down. See
Yeah,
you at
so...
Expo.
I fancied a bit of butterscotch, so I've just got a bit of butterscotch ripple with a little bit of legendary custard and some Bavarian cream.
Nice.
I did try this mix with classic Belgian waffle because I thought waffle and ice cream might be quite nice. Didn't work out very well. Yeah, the waffle didn't come across very well. I think I drowned it with the custard and the ice cream.
Right.
I was getting more like a bakery note, but it just wasn't coming out. Yeah. Right, so I will pass it over to Cassie.
I've got the Thelema Quest with the recoil, and that has my zesty key lime cheesecake. Key lime coconut cheesecake, rather. And I don't know where I put it. There it is. The other Thelema with the nitrous, and that has my banana milkshake with butterscotch. And that's it. I'll pass it on over to Benny.
Thank you very much. So I'm on the Vupu Mini with the whatever this tank is. Can't remember now. Don't know. It's a dual coil thing. I have to take it off and have a look. 'Cause I keep forgetting. It is the Eclipse. I didn't have to take it off. I just remembered. And inside that, I've got some of No Vape Maya Lemon. I'm trying to finish off some half a bottles that I've got scattered around. You know what I mean? Yeah, mate, you can bring it down. Yeah, thank you. Also on the Kuka, and inside that I've got some of Drake's Havana cigar, which I quite like. Which is great in mouth to lung because you do 120 and it just lasts for ages because I don't use it all the time. Do you know, just when I'm sat at a desk? So it lasts for ages. It's great. Yeah, I'm going to watch SpongeBob, says Neil, figure out the air in the fishbowl.
Yeah, and I said, you're going to come back in a straight jacket.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to figure it out. You're just going to come back.
You can tell there's some sort of vaping thing coming up as well, because I know we got the disposable ban, haven't we, in June? And there's and we got the TPD 3, is it? It's coming up. Because you can tell because it's all being marched back out on social media again.
Oh,
I saw there was this woman that was vaping and she's now got a popcorn lung. Yeah, so they're marching it all back out.
Birdie, I hope she's all right, because Bird, sorry, I'm just about breaking off. His missus had a heart attack on Monday. I hope you're all right, mate, and I hope your lass is doing all right. So,
Yeah, it's good to see you here, Birdie.
Yeah, love to you, Birdie.
yeah, I hope everything's all right. Big love to you, brother. Take care of her. Do you know what I mean? She'll be all right when she's had a stent in, but it's not nice when things like that. But yeah, I hope she's all right. Take it easy for a couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? Don't be jumping her bones for a week or two. Wearing her out.
That's gonna be the hardest part for Birdie.
Yeah. So, like I say, it is. That's what it is, isn't it? It all comes back out.
Yeah, all the anti-vaping stuff is starting to hit off on social media again, because they figured it out now that they can influence lots of things like elections and everything, and you know, people's opinion on vaping by using social media.
Yeah, they've all cottoned on. If you get social media, clickbait just fucking does it. You see it all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's all clickbait, and then it'll be like blah 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 blah, and there'll be one little thing saying, "I didn't really. I had oil. I
missed the 80s and early 90s when they used to fact check each other and used to, you know, the different news outlets used to fact check each other. And it's like, you're wrong. See, we got the real truth. They don't do that anymore. Now it's whoever gets the biggest clickbait. That's it.
I mean, so
Birdie.
These aren't even coming from proper news outlets. A lot of the ones I'm seeing, they're being shared by. The one I saw with the popcorn lung was something, not gaming Bible. It was gaming something or other. It's like, why the fuck are you sharing that? Like, it's
to get people on your site, and it's get people on. It's topical, so they do it to get people to click on their website. And while you're on there, you might have a look at a game that's coming out. Do you know what I mean? You might just entice them to do something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because there was another one that I saw a week or two before that one with a picture of a guy with he had all cuts in his chest and tubes coming out, and it's like his lung collapsed from vaping.
Yeah.
That's something new. I hadn't actually heard that one yet.
Yeah. It's a load of bollocks in it. They just cotton on something.
It is, yeah.
And the thing is, usually when you read it, they've been smoking for like 50 years, and they vape for a week, and suddenly the lungs have collapsed. And you're like, maybe like to do something 50 years smoking?
Yeah, but
you know what
I mean,
oh yeah, I love that too. Oh, you caused the cancer. No, the fact that the person smoked for 25 years before they switched to vaping caused cancer. And it came out later, but they might have actually got a little reprieve. It probably would have kicked in a lot quicker, and it definitely was increased health. But whatever, don't ignore that. You know, ignore all the.
So OTB vaping, only the best. Got my first RDA and RTA today. What did you get, mate? Ooh, what did you get? Let us know. And Martin says, Benny, I think for missing Birdie, Liam should do a 400 rip on the Hadron in tribute.
I'm with Martin on that one. I vote yes.
It only goes up to 250, doesn't it? That one, Hadron.
Yeah,
300. 300.
No, it's two.
It's 300. It's 300. Sure.
Push it up and test it and see. Let's know.
No, because I'm gonna get a massive burnt hit off it. I know. Otherwise,
that's okay.
It's definitely 300.
Yes, it is. It's that. No, I'm not sure. Now you won't be able to see it. It's actually 400.
Oh, right, there you go. You could do a 400 rip on it.
Yeah. Well, then Martin gets his wish.
Firing in your mouth. You got an idea?
Martin's getting his wish, right?
Oh, the lipo does 400. Birdie says. So you got 400 on lipo. Will that stand the 400? You're going to get a big flame in your mouth.
Good idea, Birdie. I was kind of curious on how you're doing it. Yeah.
Will it melt it?
It wouldn't do 400. It would pop the coils.
Ah, right.
It would pop the coils, and I would inhale flame.
Would it do 250?
No, because when I build the coils, I build them for 100.
Ah, right. Sorry, Martin. He won't do it. He's pussied out.
No. Yep.
Right. Space Seal says, speaking of lung collapse, is there any alternative to inner word at DMB?
Dirty neutral base.
Dirty neutral. Do you know what? I was just about to say that. It's dirty neutral base. To make stuff more smoky, ashy.
There's a couple flavours. What is it? What is it, Liam? The something smoky, is it? The heck is it? Sweet and smoky? No. There's one of the Flavoras that's got pretty decent. Like, actually, I like it better than Dirty Neutral Base. It's not as dirty, just tastes like ash. Now I'm like, what? Oh
Go on,
I
give us
am
your thought process. Oh,
no! I cleared all my cookies and stuff to try and help Bull City work, and I just realized nothing's like automatically popping up, so I'm having to type everything in.
right.
I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, Birdie does 400 on his Steam Crave Lipo at 0.1.
There we go.
I just took it up to 400 now and took just a tiny hit and it was burnt. So I've probably just killed my juice and everything now.
That's perfectly fine though.
Well, it'd have done for two. If you don't build it for 100, it'd have done 150 or 200. Definitely. His big Lipo does 1,000 watts. It's fucking 1,000 watts. Let it rip.
I reiterate my statement from just prior to that says, Birdie, that's because you
Oh,
equate
sweet and smoky tobacco works too, but there's another one too. There's a couple of them. A couple of Flavoras have a little bit of the ash to them. That's not the best one, I believe. I think there's another one. Liam, come on. You should remember this. What was the one that used to cause the ash? You know what it is?
I didn't test a lot of the Flavora tobaccos.
I was just thinking,
I think I only did 5 or 6 of them.
You know who would remind me of this would be Wayne.
Yeah, I've not done a lot of. I don't like that ash taste. Do you know
But
what I
for
mean?
dirty neutral base, there's a couple of them that will do it, and there's some of them that have it built in.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to vape an ashtray, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean?
For the more realistic like flavor, or you're doing someone who thinks they need to have the tobacco flavor, which is usually in their head, and as soon as they try a fruit, they're like, or a dessert, they're like, nope, not anymore. I'm good.
Yeah.
There was one I tried. I put it in one of my mixes. I don't think it was dirty neutral base. I'll just see if I can call that mix up a second.
Martin says, Bennett, biggest advert for vaping. My mum was melanoma cancer, and when her breathing appointment 1 month after switching to vaping from smoking, her lung function went up by 34%. There you
awesome.
There you go. I've heard people with COPD do that, and suddenly it's cleared up COPD, or it's barely minimum. Do you know what I mean? Or been smoking for years.
Yeah, I used Mollenberry Ash cigar.
Ah, there you go. Ash cigar.
Ash cigar. I don't even know if you can get that anymore.
I've never seen it anymore.
Yeah, that's probably not one of the ones that SA would have picked up either.
Yeah. Just you have to have a search around for it. Ian, you all right? Hope you are well. Thing is, tobaccos is one of them things in it. Do you know what I mean? People don't use it that much, and like I say, you get them and they don't taste like what you want them to taste like. You know, that's the problem with tobaccos. You don't get, I don't know why. Smokiness I can understand if you want that smoky sort of thing, but the ash part of it I don't get. And a lot of them are just variants on RY4s.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand why some people might want that ashy taste, just to try and bring that just to try and bring that realism to a tobacco. Whenever I play with tobaccos, though, I've always leaned more towards the dessert tobacco. So I want something that tastes a bit like tobacco, but doesn't have the ash or anything like that. Just something a little bit different to put in with desserts. Yeah,
I understand that with deeper dessert flavours. Yeah. I get that. That's what we're just talking about. They're all right for adding things to get that sort of flavour in there, but the smokiness I can understand, and putting RY4 in things, Neil's squant bottle's empty and he didn't mix any juice up. Crisis. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Crisis. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, that reminds me, I still need base before I can mix for the shows. this weekend show.
It's all about
Timothy.
that base, no trouble.
Exactly. It's only Wednesday. You got 2 days left.
I know, but I usually mix them up like after this show so that they steep by Saturday,
sorry.
so I can bake
You're
them.
all
Hey,
right, mate.
Tommy.
That Burley's not. Is it Burley? Who does Burley? I've got a bit of Burley.
Flavora.
Flavor is
Burley or red Burley?
The Turkish is good too.
Hey, Tommy.
I've got mix blend as well. Who's that by? It just says Essence. I don't know what it's by. It's a mix blend.
Yeah, flavor tobaccos are typically all pretty good for whatever purpose you're using. Their RY4 is not really very RY4ish though. It's more like just tobacco.
Yeah, that's not.
It doesn't. You don't get hardly any, if any, caramel.
I don't know what
Flavora's
that's.
RY4.
Oh, that is Essence. I don't know. I don't even know.
That's Hangson. I think
is
that's
it?
a Hangson. I think that's a Hangson bottle.
Ah,
I think.
Yeah, that's. It's quite an RY4ish, is that? It's very much on the more of a toffee sort of taste. It'd go quite nice in a custard, to be honest with you. But it's more of a toffee sort of thing. And then you get that little bit of a tobacco-esque taste, but it's not ashy. Yeah, so is tobaccos are all like smell-on and chewing a fresh pouch of hand-rolling tobacco, yeah. It's basically just mixed up 1 litre of FA sauce, 7%, FA meringue, 3%, and FA vanilla cookie. So is a fate about more creme brulee. Very nice. Yeah, you are going to get that because it's like you say, it's not Soho's not a full-on tobacco, is it though?
No, it's tobacco dessert.
Yeah, so you are going to get that.
It's really nice, very forgiving as well. You can push that up really high.
Now, I don't know where that Burley's gone, to be honest with you. It was just Burley. I think it just said Burley on it.
It depends because there's a couple of there are a couple of different Burleys and they're not all created equal.
no.
I don't think a lot of tobacco. That's the problem with tobaccos.
Yeah, Flavora Red Burley is my favourite Burley.
That's a good addition to almost any tobacco mix, actually.
Yeah, the FA Burley, that's FA. The FA Burley is more like grabbing a handful of tobacco. Yeah, amber leaf, shoving it in your mouth and chewing it along with a little bit of straw.
Yep. Yeah, don't forget the grass. There's definitely some hay in there. Yep.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
Although it's better than a lot of the FA tobaccos, you get a real like earthy, like green pepper taste, like hay / green pepper taste off them.
It's rather a dry taste.
Yeah, it's very, very dry.
Yeah, it's rather dry.
Even in a mix, it's really dry.
Yeah, it's a really
fuel.
Yeah, it's not great in that.
No, I think Flavora are the ones that make the best tobaccos.
Yeah,
Martin, that's common, very common. It took me years before I'd ever tried tobacco.
If you
and
wanted that,
yeah.
If you wanted that ash taste to it, you could put that with another tobacco and it'd dry it out that much. It'd be like a fucking ash. Yeah, stop cracking in that.
If you ever miss, going on a farm and working with hay, get some FA tobacco.
Yeah,
it'll bring you right back there.
Yeah, that'd definitely make it taste like it because it just dry it out. It's just dry. It's like old wet cardboard.
Yeah, it's not a good tobacco.
See, that's what puts people there. FLV Lovage root is great to moisten tobacco vapors that seem to dry. Do you know, right? The thing is, right, if you got something like that and you just got it as a tobacco, it'd put you off vaping tobacco, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the other thing that's the other thing that people start to learn as you start on this on the mixing journey is you've got flavor houses like FA that do decent fruits, they do decent desserts, and do terrible tobaccos.
Yeah.
Some do great tobaccos, but the rest of their line isn't great. Then you got some which are really good all rounders. It's a
Yeah,
minefield.
it's a minefield.
And there's some of them that are just a lot of
Tommy
line
likes
is
to
dumpster
spit
fire.
on that thing. Apparently, Tommy likes to spit on
Actua.
it.
Yep.
Actua.
Yeah.
Mike says, I've never vaped tobacco. I made a conscious clean break from tobacco when I quit smoking. It does add stuff to it. It can add stuff to things. Do you know what I mean? I won't get rid of it totally. You know what I mean? When you've tried it, it doesn't taste anything like a tobacco, as in smoking. They never do. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. It's more of the smell and the taste of like when you've opened a pack of tobacco. It's that what they're going for.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I don't know of many vapors who actually come off the cigarettes, pick up the vape with tobacco flavors.
And last. Those are the ones that typically don't last because they get their mindset. We got to have tobacco. It's like,
Yeah.
typically speaking, the success rate's better if you go away from the tobacco.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when I started vaping, I don't know whether they still do it now, but when I started vaping, they were always recommending you to go with a fruit.
Yes.
Just to get you that far away from tobacco.
Yes, and that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, on the basis that if you could still taste the cigarettes, but because you can't get an exact cigarette, you're still going to crave one, so you'll put down your vape and then pick up a cigarette.
Yes.
And you're not going to enjoy it as much as you would something that just tastes good.
Yeah, but then because of that association, then it does scare a lot of people away from playing around with tobaccos. It took me years before I started messing around with tobacco flavors.
And I think everybody does, like Mike said, I made a conscious choice to get away from tobaccos. A lot of people say exactly the same thing. Oh, I won't touch a tobacco. But a tobacco can add different nuances to a custard, to, a meringue.
That
cheesecake.
tobacco brandy
I
made. Ooh, that's so good.
I liken it as a savoury. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of a savoury flavour.
Yeah. With a toffee, it makes it, enhances your RY4. With a custard, it brings it out a bit more.
Yeah.
Tommy said I started with blue tobacco, but pretty quickly went to fruits. Yeah, because they taste like shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone that I've had that's in one of these, in fact, it's not a bad one that I've got actually from Elf Bar. That's more of a toffee sort of tobacco flavour. I just had one sent through that's not, because I'm like, tobacco, but it's not too bad. Blue tobacco was good though. I didn't like it. I've had the blue tobacco. I didn't like it. I don't think it. Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan on the blue tobacco. So Cloud Chucker's just took advantage of Nic Hub's 25% off. He's just got 250ml, which is good. Especially, I mean, if you vape those Bombo King's Crest Juice, they are desserts with tobacco, but the tobacco is barely noticeable. Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them do that you don't taste the tobacco in it. So, right, Cloud Chucker says,
it just gives it a dirty.
It just gives it a different taste. It just gives it a bit more of a
depth.
Rather than being a light custard, it'll make it a bit more in your face sort of thing. A bit more of a burnt sort of taste to it. A bit more
robust.
A bit more fuller. Cloud Sugar, how many 72ml would you put in 100ml short fill to make it a 12 milligram? It's a bit of an hard one, that one, because it doesn't quite come at 12 milligram.
No, depending on your flavouring, obviously, because you're going to be wanting to mix 50-50 for a start if you're using 12 milligram anyway. If you push it up, you have to make sure.
Short fill. He's put it in a short fill. There's
it's a short fill. So
yeah.
All you gotta do is just put it in ELR as a 100mg mix, and it'll tell you.
Yeah, well, I've got it down as on mine.
So it'll be 70-30 or 60-40.
17.25 grams.
Yes.
Or 16.6 mil. But again, that depends on. That is based on PG nicotine.
Yes. So did you get PG or VG? The thing that I put it down to is I know that in a 18 milligram Nic shot, usually when I make it, if you put it in ELI for an 18 milligram,
17.27 grams.
it's usually
It shouldn't matter whether or not it's PG or VG. If you're going for the 12 milligram and that's what your goal is, it doesn't matter what your PG VG is. It's going to be 17.27.
No, it does for weight because VG weighs more than PG.
Oh, there's a different weight for your PG.
There's different weight for VG.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's either 17.2.
I think
what is it?
It's PG. It's PG.
Yeah, because VG is something like 1.26 grams per milliliter.
Yeah, it's 16.7 mil. Lee says for 100 mil. So I usually do it
18.4.
Yeah. So when you do it when I put it as a Nic shot, if I do Nic shots, it's 2.54 of nicotine.
I'm putting it up.
If you're doing a 18 milligram,
I put it in. It's 72 milligrams, 70%.
See, no.
PG.
See, you've done it. See, this is it. Go back up.
Yep.
Right, it's not. It's to make a 120.
It said 100.
No, you've got 100 mil.
It's a short fill.
It's a short fill, so you've got 100 mil premix.
Oh, okay.
In a 120 mil bottle.
Okay. All right. So that does change it. And then 70% PG, 72 milligram strength. And you're looking at 22.07.
No, go back up. Go back up. Your Nic Juicy's PG, full PG, 100% PG.
No, it doesn't. It said 70-30.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not. His mix is 70-30. Design mix is 70-30, but his nicotine is PG, 100%.
Oh,
well,
100%.
For this, you're actually looking at bang on 20 mil. So the equivalent of 2 Nic shots.
Oh, 20.72, but yeah.
Well, it's not 2, it'd be 6, it'd be 4 Nic shots. It works out like 6 Nic shots, something like 8 Nic shots, isn't it? 20
No,
mil.
that's...
I think to be fair, no matter where you go there, if you throw in 20, you're not going to be far off.
No, yeah.
I mean, even if it's the PG side, you wouldn't be far off.
Yeah, it's good. It will be 20 mil you need to put on, which is the equivalent of, like I said, of 2 Nic shots in size.
Oh yeah,
not,
yes,
yeah,
not,
in size.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I do it as 2.54. So if I'm making up a 9 milligram, I'll put in. I know 2 Nic shots makes it up to a 3. So 4 Nic shots makes it up to 6. So I'd put 4. So I'd put 4 to make it a 6. 8 would make it up to a 12. Then, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's how I do it. Which would work it out like you're saying is 2.5 for 2.5. It'd make it up to 20 milligrams.
Yeah,
20 mil near enough.
Yeah. Using the 72 milligram actually makes it much easier for you to get your 12 milligram because, as you know, when they do a short fill, it's 100 mil of liquid, leaving you 20 mil of space for your Nic shots. So your 12 milligram is right on the limit of you not having to tip out any of that liquid to make room.
Yes.
So you're not going to dilute it or anything. So it'll be good.
Yeah, but it's not.
You can just enter everything that you know about your mix in the base. Don't have to put the flavor in there, but put it in ELR. It will let you know. You can use the calculator.
No, it depends. If the short fill is 70-30 and you're putting in 70-30 Nic, it's still going to end up with 70-30 at the end of it.
So, I've never included Nic into my calculations. 6 to 80 mil get half a shot. 100 to 120 get 1 shot. And 250 get 2 shots. That doesn't work out because it's not 2 Nic shots. 2 Nic shots that we have at 18 milligram is what makes you up to a 3 milligram on a 120. Yeah. So that doesn't work out at all.
Yeah, you're talking regular 18 milligram Nic shots, not 72 milligram Nic. There's a difference.
We are perfecting our DIY mixing. This is what we're on about with using Nic shots. See, you don't have this thing, Fiddy. Do you know what I mean? We are putting in for options for making 12 milligram in a 120 ml bottle using 72 milligram. That's what we're doing at the moment. Perfecting it.
Yeah, because the problem comes with Nic shots is when, for example, Cloud Chucker wanted his 12 milligram and he was doing it with Nic shots. He would have had to have emptied some of that liquid out to make room for the Nic shots.
So last year,
which is going to change the mix too a little bit.
Yeah. So you are 1.5. You are correct If you're only vaping at 1.5, then yes.
I'm in
you
the
would
same
add
spot,
one
Space
Nic
Turtle.
Salt.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Fitty.
1.5.
A 1 Nic Salt would be on 120 would be your 1.5. Top it up with your VGPG. You didn't say that though. You didn't say it. We were talking about 12 milligram. Jeez, you know. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's Turtle though. That's not Cloud Chucker.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
just to
Different person. Different person.
Yes, just to go over it again, 20 mil will give you your 12 milligram in a 120 short fill bottle at 12 milligram.
Yes, exactly. And this is where your advantage of getting Nic as in a 72 milligram rather than a Nic shot is that you have got that advantage that you can do it.
This is why I'm happy we're not in that limit of 72. The 100 is so much easier to figure out in your head.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do with 100 mil, but we only get 72, so we're a bit sort of stuck on 72 out there. What have you just dropped in there, lady?
You would almost be better off if they made 50 common, because at least it's an even number.
It's the recipe for the cheesecake behind me. Fitty said the picture looked good, so I dropped the link for the recipe. It's what I'm actually vaping. It's really, really good.
Well, you can show it off if you want and let everybody know. You don't have to just drop it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
like-
I saw those before the platter thing. I never had the stomach to eat that much of it, Fitty, but yeah, the Cheesecake Factory, they do like all the slices, they put them all together of different cheesecakes.
Jelly, Fitty. Very jelly.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds delicious.
This is one of the ones I made for last weekend's show. It's a zesty key lime coconut cheesecake. So I used cheesecake gram per limit 2, coconut flavor at a half, because I've tried the sweet coconut, but I haven't tried the regular, so I wanted to give it a go. Desiccated coconut VTA at 1.5, key lime pie, not key lime pie, just key lime TPA at 3, spicy lime FA at 1, just to give it a little bit of zest. Super sweet Pearlum at 1, toasted coconut cheesecake Pearlum at 3, and yes sweet cheesecake Inawera at 3.
Sounds nice.
that
That's
makes
what we were
sense.
talking about last week with a cheesecake, wasn't it? Putting desiccated
Yeah.
tofu and sausage.
And it was ironic because I had literally put this recipe together already, and I was like actually mixing it when we were talking about it on the show.
yeah.
Cloud Chucker, before you mix it up, make sure that you give your Nic bottle a very thorough shaking.
Yeah, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
And
shake it.
what you may find as well, if it's 70 VG and 30 PG and you've had it in the freezer or the fridge, you might need to wait for it to warm up a little
Yes.
bit.
Cloud Chucker, if you're getting 250 mil, I would recommend getting some of these tops and just do it that way, mate, and get a pair of scales rather than a syringe. You might be there a while doing a syringe.
Yeah, I had heard that Fitty. That's why I wanted to give it a little bit of a go because I had never tried it, and it's one of the ones that Addie sent me. So, yeah. And Space Turtle, if you like the sound of the cheesecake and you like a milkshake, I did a milkshake version as well, and it's also really delicious.
Ooh. What's the Cheesecake Factory then? What? I'm
It-
assuming they
it-
just do cheesecake.
No,
Yeah,
it's like a restaurant type thing too, but they are famous because they do a bunch of cheesecake and cakes. My daughter, when I went last with her, got that 7-layer chocolate cake that they have to set sideways on your plate when they take the slice because it won't stand up on your plate once it's sliced. Yeah, but
Do we
yeah,
have
that
them over
cheesecake
there,
thing,
Liam?
I thought about doing what Fitty did and getting that thing, but that's so much cheesecake. Yeah, but yeah, still a little jealous. I'd
Is
love
it a bit like when you go to one of these farm pubs and they do the big massive piece of cake?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's like one of those. We haven't got Cheesecake Factory over here. There's something in Wales called Casper's, who just do desserts. They're like £5 or £6 for a slice of cake, but it's a slab, and that's what the Cheesecake Factory is like. It's a
Right.
slab of cheesecake.
Yeah, Fiddy, I'm betting you paid probably 40, 50 bucks at least for that whole cheesecake platter thing.
Yeah, I've never been to Cheesecake Factory. I would love to go. I love cheesecake.
I drive
Um,
by one every time I go to New York to visit.
yeah,
I
you
love
also
the cake.
drive by Popeyes and you wouldn't bring me back a Popeyes chicken sandwich when I was craving one
Do
because
you
they
know,
kept playing commercials the whole
Popeyes
time
is
you were
massive over
gone.
here now. Popeyes is open up everywhere in UK now. Oh, cheers, Cloud Chuckalove. Thank you very much.
Oh, and who was it? Martin. Dude, I made that pina colada cake with our flavorings. Like I made a white cake with the SSA Thai
Holy
pineapple and the VTA sugarloaf pineapple. And then I did cream cheese frosting with the desiccated coconut and the toasted coconut cheesecake. It was so good. We use these
it was.
flavorings to make our ice creams. I bought myself a little tub of cream cheese frosting and just flavored it and just I'm eating it by the spoonful every now and then because it was that damn good.
We both got a banana version. I got banana cheesecake actually that I'm eating right now for ice cream. But that peanut butter cup thing I made, oh my God, that was so good. Using
Finny
Wonder
paid
Flavors dark
$150.
chocolate dark ice cream and the their buttercream peanut butter buttercream. Mm, good.
$150 fucking dollars on cheesecake.
You know
It's
what?
actually not
$150.
surprising because they want like well, it's like $7-8 a slice last time I went.
$12 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I do, Benny? If they opened up Cheesecake Factory over here, you know what I'd do?
Won't fucking go.
I'd wait until Iceland had the Cheesecake Factory frozen cheesecakes
Yeah,
for like
yeah,
for like £3.
£3.50, yeah. Space Turtles wanting he charged Little Liberty to clone Mr. Butter Key Lime Donut. The
All
recipe's
right.
in the name and the brand. Lots of butter,
Here's
like you stick a key lime jam filled donut in a stick of butter.
here's the thing. I don't do
Hey, look.
donuts. You're better off asking like a Rocky Tooney for that because he likes to do donuts a lot. I can't stand a donut vape. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts as a baker, and now I want nothing to do with donuts. I don't want to
Extra.
look at them. I don't want to smell them. I don't want
Okay.
to taste them.
All right, I'm
Would
going to
you-
share this and show you, Benny, so you can understand. See, the Cheesecake Factory, the regular menu, it's just like a regular like food menu. And then the big thing they're known for is their desserts, though. But it is just like a regular like charred
What?
sugar snap
What?
peas, Asian, all kinds of foods.
What is
Appetizers.
Glamburge?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's a hamburger?
glam burgers.
Ah,
burgers.
right, okay.
It's one of their fancy burgers. Steaks, pastas, lunch meats, flatbed pizza. They got everything. And there's the cheesecakes and whole cheesecakes. Yeah, he got the mixed one with it's got the pieces, and I don't know where it is here, but yeah, look at this. Like you get a slice of all these different types of cheesecakes.
Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up.
Oh, check that out. The celebration
Oh,
cheesecake. Oh,
now you went too far again. God damn it, Tim. You
I
don't
don't care. I'm not looking at it anymore because it's making me hungry. Thank you, Fiddy.
Stop it.
Oh, I
It
love
was like
cheesecake.
a cookie dough kind of one that with pecans. I was trying to read
Oh,
it.
there's
It looks
quite a
really
few
good.
people. Quite a few people that probably drooling over that. They like
Tim,
cheesecake.
can you go visit Addie so you can stop at Cheesecake Factory and bring me back some? Oh, and some Popeyes.
That is the plan to
Popeye's
stop
Little
there and
Nicky
visit them
release,
soon.
The Good Love, Adam Sandler, great soundtrack too. No idea.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
Popeye's chicken is a
made
shiznay.
a fake ad for Little Nicky 2 coming out on Netflix, and then it said, "Oh, this is just a fake ad." It just looked really cool. I was like, "Son of a bitch!" I was really excited about that. I would love it if they came out with a sequel for that. That was a great movie.
Fiddy's saying so many ways to do a good donut.
There is. There's a lot of ways. Rocky even did that donut for you, hun. That didn't have any donut in it. Remember, with the cakes, made like a cake donut.
No,
You
I
made it
think
for your
it did have a
birthday, I
donut
think.
in it, but then he all bragged because, oh, I made a donut that Lady Liberty would vape, and it had milk and honey in it. And I'm
She
like,
just
I
has to be
barely
rude about it.
tolerated
and
it.
Does something nice for someone does something nice for you, and you have to take it there.
Because he went specifically for donut and milk and honey, knowing that I hate donut and I hate milk and honey. Because Rocky, there it is.
Yep. Yep.
So we've had a news flash from a roving reporter, Rocky Tooney. The ELR May Mix-Along is now active. Random prize awarded at the end of the month. Check out the forum. What is it? What is the random mix this month?
Toffee.
Toffee. Not coffee, toffee.
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 It's some toffee core.
You gotta get some toffee caulk.
Toffee as in any toffee?
What?
Could it be oat toffee?
What?
Or...
I can't do it.
Toffee talk.
Yeah.
Can...
It
You
kind
need
of
to spend some more time with Uncle Paulie.
Yeah. Starch base?
Yeah, because Canadians
Starch-based?
speak
What
really
for
well
toffee?
Boston accent. Yeah.
He doesn't speak any French either. Well, shit.
He's our linguist expert. He has no idea what anybody's saying.
We have no idea what you're fucking even on about.
Canadian Vapor.
All right, yeah.
Paul. I call him Uncle Paul, but
Right.
mostly I just call him Uncle Paulie.
So as I mixed it and he's given it a good shake, I'll leave it for a couple of days, steep and settle. Give it a good shake then afterwards if you put 20 ml in as well. Give it a fucking damn good shake.
See, I've never understood the whole buying a short fill, dropping your neck shots in, and then leaving it steep. I've never understood that because I've always just got my nick, dumped it in, given it a shake, then I baked it. Because nicotine doesn't really need steeping. I know you let it blend in with the actual mix. I've never noticed any difference whatsoever between one that I put nicotine in and leave sit for a week, and one that I've literally just dumped nicotine in and baked.
Yeah. If you leave it for the
Fitty.
day, if you leave it the day, it is better leaving it for the day than vaping it straight off at bat. It does sort of...
It does have a little bit of like bite until that nicotine settles,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
with you, Liam. I and shake and vape it, especially if it's just a nicotine shot, because the flavors have already melded.
Yeah. But it does, like I say, if it does settle a bit better if you leave it a day and don't vape it till next day. Leave it 24 hours. It sort of settles in a little bit more than vaping
Yeah, but-
it fresh. Because you've got more of a chance of it settling into the mix rather than coming out like you do, Liam, and get a fucking head rush of nicotine because it's stuck in end of your fucking...
No,
nib.
that's only if it sticks in the end of the cap. That's the thing. So I get around that now when I mix by putting my nicotine in first.
Yeah.
But
I got to protest Benny here at the moment. Stop messing with our entertainment level. It's more fun when he does that.
Yeah.
But I've never had that happen to me when I've done a short fill.
Which is weird because if you're putting a nicotine on top, you would think you would have that issue.
Different nibs.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, plus you're probably, if you're doing a short fill, unless you're filling it with your own nicotine, if you're using the Nic shots, they're not as potent. So you're not going to get that 72 milligram right in the tip.
No.
Which
No.
that's got to taste delicious, by the way.
Fucking hurts when you get it in your tip.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think Rocky's cheating anyway, because while we're doing this whole butterscotch caramel series,
Frankie, judge you
what's
like that,
come up 2 months in a row? A butterscotch and a toffee. So if caramel comes up next month, it will prove my theory that Rocky just likes fucking.
Or
it
like he
because
said,
of
milk and
now,
honey
because
comes
that
up next
donut.
month.
Huh?
Milk
Yeah.
and honey comes up. You do realize there'll be no mix along next month, and milk and honey comes up because I think that maybe Fiddy might take action against Rocky at that point.
yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Scott.
Scott Woodward, if
Scott.
Wood, Scott Wood.
Hi,
See
Frankie.
you on Saturday, mate. See you Saturday at the expo.
Hey, Frankie.
Yeah, what is it saying that Fiddy's saying that he'd keep spinning till he got what he wanted?
I think so. Hey, look, I got it. You don't see the 45 spins he reset, but
Neil says, I nicked a 60ml bottle and forgot to shake it. Drip some and it was 100ml. Nick, you're talking about an head rush.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks, man.
no.
They're
Just
like,
no.
"Woo." They're like white elephants. Woo, let's go. No pink ones, just white ones.
When Nick sent us that concentrate that Graham sent over for us to send it back, Tim dripped some Nick on the outside the bottle, and I messed up and thought Oh, I thought, hey, there's some flavoring on the outside of the bottle. Get on my finger. I'll just lick it. No big deal. Yeah, no, it was pure Nick. I was very, very, very not feeling well for a few hours after that.
See, when this happened to me with the nicotine settling on the top and I forgetting to shake it or sitting in the lid, it hasn't given me a head rush. I just found it really, really harsh when I vaped. That's all I found. Yeah, it's that throat hit. Yeah, that's what it is, Neil.
Oh, you mean you have a throat left after that? Okay.
Yeah, and you think
you have a throat after that.
and you think you mixed the world's harshest mix, and you think, what's going
What
on?
the fuck's going on? Yeah.
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 And then you can't taste your mix right for about 15, 20 minutes.
Always shake it. Always shake first. Whatever you do, before you do out, shake. Should shake it anyway. Every time you're gonna let it sit for a bit, you pick up and shake it before you.
Yeah,
at the shop, we at the shop they used to play this game where when someone walked out of the room and left their vape on the counter, certain people, they would pick on each other and drip salt neck right onto it, and then they come back in, hit it. And,
Yeah.
That sounded bad enough, but that's not 100 milligram, Nick. That's like 30 or 50.
Okay, let's be honest. It was one person that they did that to. Well, two people they did that to.
They did to
and,
each other too.
It was everybody did it.
Finishing.
I'm a nice person.
I actually like the randomly picked. We may end up with an exact profile like blueberry cheesecake, or end up with a flavour that you can do anything with, like toffee.
Well, it's like last month. It was very niche and kind of narrowed in a little bit.
Well, this is
and
a bit
then
more
this
open.
month is wide open.
Toffee,
yeah.
Which, if you watch the Tuesday, you will hear about toffees.
Yeah, this week it didn't happen because we got really swamped with the holiday stuff and Cassie's birthday. It's just we ran out of time.
All right,
Plus, she had an accident.
Let's be completely honest. We went to my brother's Sunday because he made me a birthday cake, and my my sister-in-law's birthday is this coming weekend, so we just did it last weekend because it's also Mother's Day coming up. I hit some mud just right going out to the car, and I went on my ass hard. Like, I can still hardly move. Sitting in this chair right now is killing me. So we decided that we would skip it this week.
I was trying not to throw it all on you. I was trying.
Yeah, trying to do.
And God dang it, it was my birthday and I wanted a break.
Well, you nearly got one.
Yeah, nearly broke your tailbone.
I'm pretty sure I did at least crack my tailbone. I can
And
still
I'm trying to put the dogs in the back of the car in the hatch. Well, they heard her get hurt. They didn't want to go in. It's like I can't check on her until I get the dogs in. It's like I had to fight with them before I could even check on her. She was up.
So my
covered in
brother
mud.
was really, really meticulous about asking me every step of the way for making this cake because it's a very specific cake. He sent us home with 9 pieces. 2 of them made it home. The other 7 are in his driveway.
You could have done 3-second rules. You mean you left them on what is it?
Oh my God, the amount of mud because it's downpouring.
No, give it a fucking wipe off. It's fine.
Mud pies.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've never had a Mississippi mud pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a Mississippi mud pie. It's delicious, but it doesn't actually have any mud in it. No.
Yeah, you should have seen the amount. You should have seen. We were supposed to go shopping. We were supposed to go shopping on the way home. We couldn't because she was. I mean, we're talking. She looked like she was in a mud pit, like covered in mud from head to toe.
I done to get pissed off and had a mud wrestling match. At least
With
it wasn't a
herself.
shot in the eyeball this time. As a
So come on,
result.
Tim. When
What?
you was putting the dogs in the car, did you laugh?
Oh,
With
you
back
bet
to
your
her.
ass he laughed. First he was like, okay, are you okay? But then I heard him laughing when he looked around the car. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to figure out how to get up with my knee already screwed up from the dog, so I can't put pressure on that.
I was laughing partially because there's only one spot this could have happened, and she chose to walk down that steep bank where it's nothing but slick mud. Could have walked
I
any
thought I was
around the
still on
car.
pavement.
Yeah, you were until you weren't. Your brother said there's pavement underneath that, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was just some of the mulch had washed up onto the pavement, so I thought it was okay. I didn't see the
No, I
mud that
said
was under that
there's an
mulch.
inch or two of mud on top of it.
Oh man.
Earthy
Where
taste.
is
Yeah,
this for?
exactly.
Last saying there was an accident recently at a French vape online shop where they spilled 5 litres of pure Nic in the warehouse.
Ooh,
Five.
that's an expensive accident,
I'm going to
dude.
say that is a very expensive accident. Very 5 litres of it. Mike said, I inadvertently chain vaped 50 milligram disposable years ago in the States. Took me back to Total where banned in my 20s. Yeah, it will do 50 milligram. Woo. Yeah. Neil Pitts thought it was a hat behind you rather than a cheesecake. It does look like a hat. It does if you look at it. Looks like an Easter bonnet.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at some really messed up sunglasses and stuff for Cassie to wear on the show.
And
There's one
Rocky-
Mexican one with a little Mexican hat, and it's got the mustache that hangs down off the glasses. It's like,
But
yeah,
then I
that's
wouldn't
the
be
one.
able to see and read the chat because I wouldn't have my glasses on, you see. So that doesn't work.
Rocky has to wear a bee suit when he goes outdoors. And to be honest,
Well,
I'm not
stop
surprised.
soaking in milk and honey baths, Rocky.
Yeah. Does he have bars of soap? I bet he has bars of soap in it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Milk and honey.
He actually does have the VSO bars of soap.
VSO made some milk and honey soap, and Rocky was the first one to buy it.
But
I think he bought 2 orders of it.
Out. So what's happening with VSR? They've been
Dyson
really...
left some in stock for other people to try it before he bought them out.
what's happening with VSR at the moment? It's been very quiet.
He hasn't done much about creating new flavors in a long time now. That's all.
Because
His
he's
flavors
Last
still
I heard,
there,
he was
like,
working with his fish stuff.
Yeah, he's got the raws and the others on his site still in the short the one shots, and you can get all the regular OG flavors. Most of them at Noms, but that's it. And weirdly, you have a choice between 2. If you either order from Noms, you can get the OG. That's the only place you can get the OGs now. Can't get them on his site because he's trying to slim down his menu a little bit.
Yeah.
He discontinued the OGs over here, but it's all he can send over there. So at least you can still get them.
So
Actually,
you have
I
to
did.
get
I
it
picked
from
up
here
a
to
couple
come
of them
back
that we
over
didn't I actually did. I had to for a couple of them because I didn't have all the different versions
No,
for the
that's what I'm
butterscotch
saying.
caramel series,
So
and they're not the same. The raws sometimes in the extremes are completely different than the OGs in some cases. So you really got to test them. So it's like, yeah.
Like,
what
there's-
so you can't buy them in the States, so you have to buy them from here, from Ireland, to have them sent back over to the States.
Yep.
If you want the OGs, yes.
If you want the OGs, yeah.
This seems a bit
But there's
fucking
such
weird,
a big difference in like the pumpkin. The OG has a little bit of spice to it, but it's not too much for me to handle. The raw, the spice blows my throat out like
Right.
hard. So I have to have OG pumpkin. The OG blueberry is the best blueberry.
Spencer saying it was an expensive nicotine spill cause poison control and medical service had to check, and 30 firefighters and a special vehicle.
Yeah, because it was pure Nic. Pure Nic is dangerous.
So
Pure Nic is
yeah.
very dangerous.
Yeah, so there'll be so someone will be classed as a toxic spill, won't it?
Yes.
Where you
Yeah,
gonna put it?
hazmat.
Where you gonna put it afterwards? You can't
Yeah,
put it
that's
down drain, can you?
That's probably why the firefighters were there, because of the rebreathers and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you're not supposed to breathe it in.
Mm. Yeah. Where are you gonna put it? What are you gonna do with it?
I should imagine it was probably soaked up.
I'm guessing it'll be a
Yeah.
spill kit like they do with oil and that, innit? I'm guessing
Yeah.
it'll be something like that, won't it?
Yeah, it would have
Like
been.
they'll throw like the kitty litter stuff on
Yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
And then sweep it
And
up.
probably pig it if it's still pouring out, and then pig it.
Yeah, and then disposed of properly. By
Which
properly,
means
I
they
mean,
probably threw it in somebody's dumpster
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, by properly, I mean probably the nearest landfill.
Yeah.
probably.
Or
so,
Benny's
yeah,
backyard.
Yeah. Probably on beach if it's French. They'll have thrown it on beach.
On a good note, though, Benny, nicotine works for a pesticide, so you wouldn't have to worry about bugs around your house.
I'm
So
gonna say
maybe
that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Rocky, lying around your house, man, and you could actually get a little berth, or maybe you could actually go outside without your bee suit.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet that wouldn't have been cheap if you got a bit all that. I don't know if they can charge you for it. Could they charge you
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have thought so because it would have been classed as an industrial accident.
for it?
yeah, because
Yeah,
when I worked in when we did the hazmat spills at the shop, the one that they couldn't do them in shop, and we got called in from the fire department with the hazmat team. We actually did charge, if I remember correctly.
But yeah, I would have thought that sort of thing that would probably be covered by their insurance.
And we were a volunteer company, but it was a charge because of all the stuff we had to use to remove it and dispose of it.
Yeah, I'm guessing they will have, won't they? Do you know what I mean? They had to con it off as the local wreckers were circling the warehouse like a Walking Dead. There's
I
all the
remember-
straws.
Do you remember when they used to do that with weed? All the weed that they confiscate from grow houses and stuff like that.
People would hang out downwind.
They burn
People would
it
hang
off.
out downwind on purpose.
Burn it off.
So
It's like, sounds like
there
smell like
was
that around
an
my mouth.
army base right next to my elementary school, and they had a big raid, and they burned it at the base during school hours at the end of the school year, so it was hot as hell, so all the windows were open. We were all screwed in that school, like every single one of us.
That was
I was
probably the
like
best day of
fifth
school
grade.
ever.
I went home and my mom's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. I'm hungry though. Give me some
Yeah,
food."
got the munchies. Yeah.
He looked
Yeah,
at my
but
eyes and goes, "Your
but
eyes
then
are
it-
really red."
Instead of putting it into a massive pile and just burning it off, why didn't they just let people dispose of it normally, one joint at a time?
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's how I dispose of it.
Or at least, do some kind of hot box situation,
Yeah.
They get their money back out of it.
Yeah.
You'd think at least if they were gonna do that like that, they would do it like when school wasn't in session, like on the
Yeah.
weekend or something, or warn the school so they didn't have the windows open.
Or somewhere nowhere near a school in the first
Yeah,
place.
so when they're at
It was
school,
literally like right next door. There was like 10 yards between the wall to their building and the wall to the school.
They could have at least let them know so they could have let all the kids out for recess during that time. They'll come back
All
in
right.
nice and calm.
Tim will get this reference because he's been there, but this was in Bradford, Vermont, Tim.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
well, it's same as Bradford in Leeds then. So
I had
Yorkshire
clients in Bradford,
fucking
Vermont.
stinks round there.
That is
Oh.
like the definition of Hickville, USA, right there.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can tell that Bradford's like that round Yorkshire, so that's where your Bradford comes from. So
That is a genius move, though, Neil. Like, that is the best place to go to
Neil,
sell
you
your Girl
say
Scout.
that,
Hey, Hanky.
but they actually have done that here. They've
Yeah.
actually done that here. Since the new dispensaries opened up, they have actually sold the Girl Scout cookies in front of the dispensary.
yeah, just when
Although
somebody
I
comes
think
out, munchies.
what happened was someone complained, so they had the girls there for like a day, and then the next day it was all adults selling the cookies because it was a big thing about the kids being in front of the dispensary.
Hi, Hanky. That's
opened a
like
shop next
taking a
door.
sign for a new pizza
know,
joint
right?
and putting it outside of a dispensary.
That's what I say. You just buy the place next door and put in a pizza joint. You're set for
Well,
life.
I was going to say that's how Cheesecake Factory ramp up their sales.
Yeah,
Just open up
yeah.
a Cheesecake Factory next
That's
door.
it. Yeah,
Next
open
door
up a cheesecake
dispensary,
factory
yeah.
next door. Holy crap!
Yeah.
You'd be the start. Oh God, you'd make more money in the dispensary.
Have a dispensary discount. So when you come out of there, if you show them what you've bought, you can have a 5% discount off a cheesecake.
Screw that. Just show them what they bought. Bring over an eighth, and you get a discount. on it.
You know, another really good place to set out Girl Scout cookie stands is right in front of a Dunkin' Donuts, because you get those morning people that haven't had their coffee yet and just want to get you out of their face. So they'll buy cookies just to get you to leave them alone so they can get their caffeine. I've seen it when I worked there. They set up right inside the gas station.
Yep, I did see that. It was a pain in the ass when they did that. Actually,
Do they go around? Do they
Yeah.
actually do that? Is it a thing then? Girl Scouts cookies.
Yeah.
Girl
Yeah.
Scout.
Yeah,
cookies?
they always order extra, and then the girls will go and sit outside like stores, or in our case, they put it right inside the gas station. In
yeah,
front
they
of
moved out a
Dunkin'.
couple of the displays out of the way and had like a table there. They had to walk around, and when people are buying stuff, it's hard to get over there. Like she said, you'd buy cookies just to let me through. I want my
Because
damn
I know
coffee.
My coffee before
just thought they
Cassie
just
leaves
knocked on
because nobody
people's
else
door.
makes it right.
No, they're probably not allowed to do that now, Benny.
No, because I always expect him to just knock on the door and go, "Girl, can I have cookies?" Like that.
Yeah, they
In
don't
the
do that
box.
anymore here that I know of.
So they have a
No,
pop-up
it's
tent now.
all
They have a
like
proper pop-up
online.
door.
Online.
Like, you
Now
post
it's
it
all
online
online.
and people order from you that way.
Well,
Pretty
it's
much.
like Nick did it for years. Grim Green was doing it for years for his niece on when she was in Girl Scouts. So she was actually one of the top sellers all the time, but it was because of the vlog. People in the vlog would buy the cookies. Same with the
Yeah, he
popcorn.
still does that for his nephews with their popcorn.
Yep, the
I think
popcorn.
it was actually for Josh's
Oh,
daughter.
it was
who's
Josh's
more
daughter, wasn't it,
cookie.
for the Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike says, I will have 3 joints and a cheesecake platter, please. Meal deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it could be like, well, you have the gas stations there where you get so much off your gas if you get the deluxe car wash. Same idea.
No.
Just
No, we don't have fuck all
No, we
like
don't
that
have
here.
that.
No.
we have that common here where if you pay for the
No.
deluxe car wash, you'll get like
It'll
20
be
cents
alright.
off a gallon on your gas.
Oh no, we have fuck all like that, mate. We pay extra.
Well, yeah, but that's what you do. You go into the dispensary and then you come out and you get a deal over
No,
here.
no, we
at
get
the
no
Cheesecake
deal on.
Factory.
There's no deal on petrol over there or diesel. Nothing. Nothing.
I mean, Tesco's used to do it, didn't they? If you spent like £50 on your food
Morrison's
shop, you
used to
get
do
like
it as well.
five pence off a litre.
Yeah, they
or
still do
something,
that
wasn't
at
it?
like BJ's here in
Yeah.
Lebanon.
Yeah, Morrison's used to do it as well. If you spent so much, you got a 5.
Well, I
5p
haven't
off a
seen
litre or
I
whatever.
haven't seen that though for ages.
I ain't seen that since before lockdown.
Hey, I could work on both of those things, Tim. We do have graham crackers and we do have cheesecake pudding. I could make an instant cheesecake. And obviously the joints, that's a given, but I mean,
Gas, you don't know what our gas prices are phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? For petrol, the parents of Girl Scouts, it's everyone up at the place they work. I would order from 3 different people at work.
Oh yeah, you would. You'd feel guilty
what
for
happened?
ordering from one, so you order from the other, and then the third one comes in. Oh shit! I already got 15 boxes coming, but I got to order because it wouldn't be right not to. Yeah.
What are Girl Scout cookies?
They're just thin mint cookies, I think.
Well, there's all different kinds of them. Samoas. This is a whole line
It's-
of cookies.
It's literally just cookies made by the Girl Scouts of America for, I assume, funding
Yeah.
their thing.
Except
it's
for
like-
it's made by them. No, it's made for them to sell.
Yeah,
So-
it would be like the Scouts selling stuff to pay towards their jamborees and
Yeah, I
stuff like
understand
that.
that, but are they
Yeah.
just cookies? Are they just biscuits?
Yeah, they're just
Is that
cookies.
what-
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's different kinds. There's like Samoas, which are like a toasted coconut with caramel and chocolate on a shortbread cookie. They've got the thin mints, which are those 2 are my favorites, but like they've got
yeah, if you had the
Dosey
Sad Boy Shamrock
Oh,
cookie,
yeah.
that's the flavor.
No, we aren't sad boys. No.
Although I
Yeah,
can't
Liam's
get
a
off
Girl
this
Scout, by the
cheesecake
way.
thing.
Yeah. Right, so we are going to call it there. Like I say, we do finish a little bit earlier than normal, so it's about an hour. Sometimes if we're going on and we're doing a little bit, we'll. But it's making me hungry talking about cheesecake. To be fair,
Yeah, and biscuits.
a cheesecake and biscuit. I'm starving, and I ain't been on wheat, and I've got munchies. So while we're on, there is no show for the next 2 weeks. So there's no show next Wednesday. There's no show the Wednesday after. So just let you know. So it will be returning sort of just after that. So what will that date will be? So watch out for it. It will be. Let's have a look. So not next week. It will be the 28th. We will be back on the 28th. That's when we will be back. So don't if you've got any questions or anything like that, save them up or email to.
Mixersmailbox@gmail.com.
There you go. Right, so what we'll do is go around and say goodbyes. We'll start with Tim.
Right. Yeah, I just dropped a link. I worked on some music for like the better part of a year. And I finally got it to the point where it sounded good. So I released it, and yeah, go give it a listen. Let me know what you think. Other than that, we have seldom never used flavors this weekend. So get some mixes up there with hashtag AFL and let us know. And use some of those flavors you haven't tried yet or haven't used in a while and see if you can make them work. Echo Dub actually is going to be fun. He always is if he mixes along because he uses flavors I would be scared to. Other than that, yeah, have fun. And I will pass it to Cassie this time. Just make it different.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great week, and I guess we won't see you next week. Bye. I'll pass it to Liam.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Thanks all. Yeah, great as always, like you are week in, week out. Enjoy your little break from the show, and we'll see you when we're back. Bye all. Over to you, Benny.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, just tell everybody we've all gone back to smoking for 2 weeks. If you are going to Expo, it is this weekend. If you're in the UK, if you are going, do come over and say hello to us. I'll be either walking around or I will be in the home zone. Just come over, say hello, introduce yourself if I haven't met you before, you know, and have a little chat with us. Walk by, if you do see us walking around, just come over and say hello. How are you doing? Introduce yourself if I've not talked to you before. If you have talked to you before, still introduce yourself because I fucking won't know who you are. Because you know, I've got a mind like a sieve. So yeah, so I will be there the Saturday and the Sunday. So I won't be there on Friday, but I'll be there Saturday, Sunday. So I hope to see everybody there. Thank you very much for my fellow casters for joining us week in, week out. Much appreciated. Do go over to Advocate for Liberty's channel. Check out his new song. And also check out the shows on a Tuesday and a Saturday. Tuesday, they're going through everything to do with coffee, toffee, creme brulee, freaking caramel, whatever. Just everything to do with like a toffee caramel.
That sticky, icky, gooey stuff.
Yeah. Also check out his chocolate that they've already done to see what the best chocolate is. And then also check out the Saturday show where they do a little bit of everything. You know, sometimes they do games, sometimes they do mixing, sometimes they just do random shite. So there you go. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 28th. So look out for us on the 28th. And enjoy your little break from us. And we'll see you again next time. Good night.
Bye.
Keep waving because I ain't got intro up.
No intro up. What?
Bye.
Bye.